Bahashem Yahweh Shai Bahashem Chak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops at Great Millstone for teaching me this truth. It's your brother Rabbi Nab coming out with a lesson, Lord's will certifying to the Lord's elect. I was watching in the news how I guess there was some type of some fire in LA with the oil rigs or whatever. Let me see if I can find that article. Fire in LA with the oil rig. Massive fireball lights up sky in California at Chevron oil refinery near LA. Yeah, let me get some news on that. But when you watch it, it was basically saying that fire is gonna increase the cost of oil in that area. And it's always been astronomical over there, man. Okay, I don't know what caused the fire. I'm trying to look into it. It says massive fire erupts at Chevron refinery just outside of LA. There were no injuries at El Segundo refinery and all personnel were accounted for, the company said in a statement. A fire broke out at Chevron oil refinery just outside Los Angeles on Thursday night, sending towering flames into the air that were visible for miles. Okay, so they're not telling you how this fire occurred, but I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if it was an attack. You know? I would not be surprised, man. Because even when they talk about these thermonuclear missiles coming over here, you think they're gonna tell you thermonuclear missiles are coming over here? No, they ain't gonna tell you that. They're gonna tell you to relax, go home, everything's gonna be all right. So you can stay in that docile cattle mindset that you have. Just like this thing, that could have been a drone strike. You know, a lot of people hate this devil, man. A lot of people hate it. They can get away with a oh, it was just a fire or something, man. Hey, that's a win for them. That's a win for them. But I'm wondering if that's actually the case, because given the climate of everything that's going on, especially the situation with your Secretary of Defense or Secretary of War sending all these generals over here so they can start training grounds here in Babylon. So, you know, who knows what type of shit is going on in this country. But I damn sure don't believe the mainstream media. I just know all hell's gonna break loose. It's gonna be worse than it's ever been before. Before slavery, all that. It's gonna be the worst time this world has ever seen. At the same time, it seems like it's gonna head into the best times this world has ever seen, but it's not. If that was the case, Esau would have just kept his foot on our necks back in the 1950s before the Civil Rights Movement. That was a sign of his downfall. Okay? When you see these different alphabet groups out here, that's a sign of his downfall. Okay? The persecutions against Israelite men, women, and children, that's a sign of his downfall. The more he executes these unrighteous decrees, it's all part of it. And what did he do? First thing, he sat down, he one after another just kept sending it, like super fast, man. So the Lord is hastening the days for the elect. It's like it says in Matthew the 24th chapter. Let me grab that as a matter of fact. Matthew 24. And I'll start at Matthew 24 and verse 21. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. Yeah, so that's prophecy right there. Okay? There's going to be a time of tribulation worse than any time before, and it's going to be the last. So imagine that. It's going to be the last, and it ain't going to be nothing like that ever again. So how much calamity is actually going to hit this place? You can't even wrap your mind around it fully. You can't wrap your mind around Jacob's trouble, even if you wanted to. It's going to be way worse than what you see coming around the horizon. The Lord got newly created beasts that are going to be out here. And you can see that with these different robotic machines that Esau is creating. You can see that with the different weapons that are being used, the different plagues that he's mixing up together. He's trying to take away jab shots Jab shots that actually work, you know, for measles and shit like that. So there's gonna be plagues, there's gonna be shit like that. Waterborne diseases, airborne diseases, all types of crazy stuff. And then I was watching, I didn't get to mention it yesterday. Duck got a new birth control pill. But they were saying the side effects of it was hemorrhaging. I think it said maybe even death. So you women out there who can't keep your pants up, if your life depended on you, you whores out there, you got judgment coming to your ass too, man. You sluts out there, you're gonna die, man. You like to kill babies and shit. Don't worry about it. You're gonna die this time, man. He got synthetic birth control pills for your ass, man. So you love Plan B and shit like that, you're gonna die. So expect an increase of those type of deaths, man. And it's 50% off. He said it's even 100% off for some of you that's out there. Go to Trump RX's website and go get you a discount. Book of Matthew 24 and 22. Except those days should be shortened. There should no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. That's why he was sending out these executive orders all the time, so he can. That's the Lord speeding this devil up, so he can save the elect. Because if he doesn't, no flesh shall be saved. Okay? When they start synthetic this and synthetic that, you're out of here, man. You're out of here. They trying to get you over to the other side. Okay? So that's why the days are shortened. That's why he's speeding up this devil. He's doing shit every day. You don't even know. You don't hear about it until it's too late. It's the book of Proverbs 21. Verse 1, the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. So the king's heart, your king, is Donald Duck. Okay? It's not even Donald Duck. There's elite men over him. And then there's the spiritual demon Satan over them. And then it's the son of the Most High God, Yahweh Shai, over him. And then it's the Most High God over him. And he's turning all of them in the will of his way and to bring forth his prophecies. They're all aligned with the will of the Lord. Proverbs 21 verse 2. Every way of a man is right in his own eyes, but the Lord pondereth the heart. So he look at your heart, man. Okay? It's right, you right in your own eyes, but the Lord pondereth the heart. Good morning. Good morning. You know? He looks on that. Why? He understands why you act the way you do. Just like with the duck, he understands why he does the things he does, and he used him and set him up. He was the perfect vessel for him to be in this time right now. He was created for this time. He don't give a fuck about what you deem is good and wrong, right and wrong and shit like that. He don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Your constitution, your God-given rights, he don't give a fuck. He about to violate all of that. About to give you your MOTV and send your ass on your way for destruction. That's what he's set up here to do. That's what we're thinking he's setting up here to do. When he first came in, what did he do? He had an executive order to have, I forgot how many billions of dollars, 500 million, I think, maybe 500 million or 500 billion towards AI infrastructure. And he hasn't even been in the office a full year yet. That's a lot of money accolated to one specific thing. Why is it AI? What do you know that we don't know? See, a majority of you don't know. It's all biblical prophecy. If you understood and got the breakdown of Revelation, the 13th chapter from the apostles and elders on down, then you would know. But you don't know because you don't have ears to hear or eyes to see. So you can't even put two and two together. This is going to come to you in an instance, in a sudden, when you least expect it. You're going to be forced to take something without having the thought of why you shouldn't even take it. You're going to be fully given over to propaganda because you want to be comfortable. Well, that comfort's going to cost a heavy price in these last days, being comfortable. Then you're going to wish you had a backbone. You strive to develop some form of a spiritual backbone so you can say no to this devil when the time comes. Proverbs 21 verse 3, to do justice and judgment is more acceptable to the Lord than sacrifice. Yeah, following, being obedient, that's justice and judgment. That's you fortifying your members, man. Making it conform to the will of the Lord. That's you checking his flesh. Proverbs 21 verse 4, a high look and a proud heart and a plowing of the wicked is sin. Yeah, the plowing of the wicked is sin. The things they work iniquity. Okay, and you reap what you sow. All right? The thoughts of the diligent tend only plenteousness, but of everyone that is hasty, only to want. You hasty, you rushing things, man, and you need to be stable and on the Lord. You're going to want in that time, man. Hastiness is like you rushing something. The thoughts of the diligent tend only to plenteousness, okay? And that's the elect. They're going to be diligent. And they're going to have exactly what they need in these last days. Especially a mindset that's going to endure until the end. Not that weak-ass mindset that you have on a day-to-day that you're exercising every day. To be wicked. It's 2025 and you still the nigga that was in 2023, 2022, 2020. Wherever the hell you came into this truth, you still that same nigga before you came into this truth, man. This word ain't really resonating with your spirit so you can change. You're just being a damn devil more and more. And the Lord's going to expose you for it. Proverbs 21 verse 5, the thoughts of the diligent tend to plenteousness, only to plenteousness, but everyone that is hasty only to want. You're going to want the fruits of the field. You're going to want not to have a vexation of spirit. Okay? The getting of treasures by a lying tongue is a vanity tossed to and fro of them that seek death. I got to think about that. Proverbs 21 verse 5, verse 6, the getting of treasures by a lying tongue. Okay, you getting treasures by you lying to get it. You're using deceitful means to get treasures is a vanity. Vanity is biblically the definition is like worthlessness. Okay, it don't bring anybody to the Lord, so that's considered vanity. Okay, ultimately it's wickedness because it don't profit you. Vanity don't profit you. Vanity comes in the form of having your mind on things that don't really matter. In the grand scheme of things, it's vanity. It doesn't glorify the Lord, what you're doing. And secondly, it don't lead to salvation. It's not edifying the church. It's not it doesn't align with the will of the Lord. So it's vanity. But ultimately, it's wickedness because that's ultimately what it is if it's not aligned with the Lord. Tossed to and fro of them that seek death, and that's what you do. You're tossed to and fro and you're seeking death. Okay, we're looking for stability. We don't want to be tossed to and fro. That's an unstable mindset. If a boat's getting tossed to and fro, it's unstable. Okay? We don't want to be like that. We want to be fully settled in what the truth is. In firm beliefs that's going to sustain us and bring us through these tribulations. Proverbs 21 verse 6. The getting of treasures by a lying tongue is a vanity, tossed to and fro with them that seek death. The robbery of the wicked shall destroy them, because they refuse to do judgment. That's right, the robbery of the wicked shall destroy them. All this rape, rob, and murder, it don't lead to life. So you following after this devil, it's gonna get your ass killed too. Ultimately, it's gonna get your ass killed, because thou shalt not steal. That's breaking the commandment. Thou shalt not kill. That's what he does. Thou shalt not covet. That's him. He breaks those laws abundantly and thinks, and look how prosperous he is. He's only prosperous because the Lord ain't judge his ass. Okay? And he's been long suffering with him, just so he can show his wrath, show his great destruction. It's a well-deserved destruction that he's gonna get. But the Lord is long suffering. He's allowing him to fill this tab, because the Lord's long suffering. Long suffering. But it comes to the point where he's just gonna cut him off, and he ain't just gonna cut him off and stop him like he does with the nation of Israel. Chastise you, fucks you up to make sure that you I gotta watch my mouth, but Salakia. He beats you up, but it's only so you can be corrected, so you don't continue to walk down that path and ultimately be destroyed. But Esau, no, he wants him to walk down that path of unrighteousness and wickedness. Every time he does something evil, that's him hiding his face from the Lord like he don't see him. It's like him putting his hands over his face, man. He's an idiot. The Lord sees everything. Let me grab that. Ecclesiasticus chapter 23. In verse 19, it says, such a man only feareth the eyes of men, and knoweth not that the eyes of the Lord are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, beholding all the ways of men and considering the most secret parts. So he even considers the most secret parts. That's him pondering upon your heart, your mind. Okay? So, ain't no hiding from the Lord. Long story short. Proverbs 21 verse 8. The way of man is froward and strange, but as for the pure, his work is right. Yeah, the way of men is froward and strange. Looking into that word froward, forward means, let's look it up. I forgot what it meant. I know it means something like someone has a forward way of thinking. It's ultimately wicked, but I don't want to just keep saying wicked. But that's what it is. Let's look at that. Define froward. Froward, what did they say? A froward. The way of man is froward and strange. Let me look at this word froward. Froward means willful and disobedient. If your dog sits when you call her to come and runs away when you tell her to sit, you can say she's froward. The adverb froward is an old-fashioned way to describe someone who's difficult and ornery. So a willful disobedience, okay? They want to say wickedness, but wickedness is like rebellion. And that's similar. It's synonymous. It's a synonym. Proverbs 21 verse 8, the way of man is froward and strange. Yes, willfully disobedient and it's strange. Let's look at that word strange in the Hebrew. Proverbs 21 verse 8. Strange in the matrilinear. Bazar.
Strong's H 2054. Bazar.
This is laden with guilt in a Jensenius Hebrew Chaldee lexicon. Laden with guilt. So you're froward, you're willfully disobedient, and you're laden with guilt. You're strange. And Esau is estranged from the womb. Let's grab that. That's the Edomites, by the way, if you don't know who Esau is. The so-called white man. That's the Edomites. All right. Psalms 58. Verse 3, the wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. And the wicked are the so-called white man. Is the so-called white man. He's the wicked race down here on the earth. He don't know it yet. I mean, the elites do, but the low-level Edomites, they don't know shit. They think they're proud. Lord hates pride. That's how you know he's talking about you motherfuckers that are out there, man. Not everybody that's a so-called white man is an Edomite though. So there's a nuance to it. But majority of them are. It's like the majority of you so-called African Americans, Latino, and Native Americans are the Israelites. It's the same, equal but opposite. But some of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are Edomites too. So it's balanced. Let me look at this word estranged. It says strange, another stranger, foreigner, and enemy. They're estranged from the womb, man. They're an enemy from the womb. And we definitely understand that because we were in the womb with this devil. You know, and Rebecca's, Jacob was in the womb with Esau. That's his wicked twin brother. I wonder why he was kicking, probably kicking, punching. Jake was trying to put Esau in a submission, in the ankle lock. Since the womb. We finally gonna get your ass in the ankle lock, and we're gonna break your fucking ankle bone, man. We ain't gonna have no mercy on you, Esau. When it's your time for you to be underneath our thumbnail, we're gonna keep it down until the point you get mushed and erased. We'll smudge you up out of here, man. So we can live in peace, so we can have heaven on earth. But you can't do that to us. You might get away with a murder here and there. Got a couple hangings in Mississippi. That's your glory, go ahead. But you ain't gonna be able to get all of Israel, man. Okay, the Lord's gonna set up a standard for his elect. So those things, you can get some of the wicked in Israel. The wicked in Israel, they're stupid as shit. They think you're his friend. Of course, you'd be able to set them up easily. The wicked in this world, they always conform to this world. So the Lord's not defending them. But when you try to actually come against a man of the Lord, you're going to be confounded at that time. Your guns ain't going to work. Shit, it might even just jam. The Lord might just do something simple as that. He might just make it jam on you and then destroy your ass. He could do that, or he might just do you dirty. He might just really put some spiritual power on his brother to just do you in. Proverbs 28:21, verse 9, it is better to dwell in a corner of the housetop than with the brawling woman in a wide house. Yeah, a brawling woman in a wide house. You got this big, huge house, and you got a brawling woman, someone that want to fight with you in your house all the time, man. In your house. That's your house. Your stupid ass put her name on it, man. Get the hell out of here. She's putting bleach in your food so she can kill your ass and run off with the neighbor. But it's better to dwell on the roof of a housetop. Oh, no, it's better to dwell in the corner of the housetop than with a brawling woman in a wide house, man. It's better to just be outside of the house than to be inside with her. But a lot of y'all like it like that, man, because you're wicked. Tells you in Ecclesiasticus, the 26th chapter, about women like that. Ecclesiasticus 26. And I'll start at 22. Ecclesiasticus 26, verse 22. A harlot shall be accounted as spittle, but a married woman is a tower against death to her husband. Yeah, a harlot, a whore, a slut should be counted as spittle. Spittle is spit. She's nothing. She's absolutely nothing. She's a scum of the earth, man. But you like it that way because you got the mindset of an Edomite. Okay? But a married woman, okay, is a tower against death to her husband. Maybe in other times, but a woman is a woman though. A woman, not a girl, not a female, a woman. So she understands who she is, what her purpose is here down on the earth. Okay, not a girl or a female. That's what you see out here a lot. There's a lot of boys and girls. Grown-ass boys and girls. Children. Spiritually young and dumb, man. But a woman's different. You rarely get to see an actual woman. And when you do see one, she don't even want to fuck with her own race. So that's not even a woman, man. Okay? She's a little girl too. Fucking with the enemy. She has no clue. So majority of these women, they're fucking dumb, man. Excuse my language again. They have no clue. You don't really you've never really actually been with a woman, man. When you, in the grand scheme of things, you haven't. Some of us have, but the maturity of a woman, man, in her right mind, in her rightful purpose, that's power, man. That's power. I think about Judith when she went and stopped the whole army of those I think it was the Assyrians. And she willing to give it all for the nation of Israel, man. She was so much aligned with the Lord. The Lord was dealing with her, man. That's a lot of and stayed feminine the whole time. She didn't dress up like a man like you women do. Go join the military. Nah, man. The Lord guided her to a victory. Okay? Chopping somebody's head off, man, in their camp, that's some scary shit, man. And getting away with it, hey, that's the Lord. That's the Lord, man. And a lot of you women, you're not. A lot of you females, a lot of you girls out there, you lack understanding. That's what keeps you in that state. And it's because of the so-called white man Esau Edom teaching you how to be a reprobate degenerate with his propaganda and with his lies. Now it's time you come out of that and learn how to be right in the eyes of the Lord. Ecclesiasticus 26 in verse 23, a wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man, but a godly woman is given to him that feareth the Lord. Okay, so a godly woman is given to him that feareth the Lord. Okay. Going back to Proverbs, the 21st chapter. Hey, you would want to dwell with something like that, man. I would love to dwell with something like that. Something that's like a married woman is like a strong tower. Why wouldn't you want that next to you? Ecclesiasticus chapter 26 and verse 24. A dishonest woman contemneth shame, but an honest woman will reverence her husband. Yeah, you contemneth shame. Bring shame upon your man when you think and act that way. I think of Sierra when I hear this precept. How she makes the way she makes her husband look. He looks weak as hell. You can see the way she acts affects his performance on the field. And that's the same with all men with your woman, man. She influences you to be weak out here. And we see it when you out here in the field. I see it. I see it, man. Every time a man got a girl, I know he's somewhat, the way he handles himself is, you can tell. Because when a man ain't been around women, he's hardened. He's not like a man that got a girl. They make you soft. Okay? You can see it. You talk like it, you embody that is somewhere in your spirit, man. But a lot of men who ain't been with women like that, and they're hardened. They're hardened. They ain't got that comfort of being with a woman. A woman's supposed to comfort you. She's supposed to be a helpmeet with you. Okay, but when a man ain't really been around women like that, you can see it. They're very hard. Very, very hard, man. Now, some men, don't get me wrong, sometimes you got to be hardened first before you get a woman. But if you ain't never been hardened and you just be a woman, you just continue to be weak. You got to look pretty all the time like a bitch. Excuse my language, man. But that's what it is. Looking pretty. Some of y'all be in the mirror fucking plucking your eyelashes. Just for who? For her. You're of the world, man. You're of the world. You gotta please her. You gotta get a line up. You know? For what? For her. Because she's influencing you. But when you have time alone and the Lord really put the heart in you, you ain't gonna be like that, man. Your woman gonna be in order, man. Your woman's gonna be in order. And a godly woman is for a man that fears the Lord, man. You'd be surprised, like, how did Jake get her? His beard is untrimmed, his hair look crazy. Because he fears the Lord. He putting the Lord first. Now she's in order. But it starts with yourself. You got to be aligned with the Lord. But a wicked woman is given to a wicked man. Okay? You want to be weak like that. Wickedness is weakness. Death is not stronger than life, man. So get that through your head. Death is not stronger than life. Yahweh Shah is going to get the victory over death, man. He's going to show you that death ain't stronger than life. That righteousness overpowers wickedness. He's going to show you that. With walking in strength and power, what it actually means. You're going to see it. Being obedient with the Lord. We're going to crush you. The wicked are going to get crushed, man. Like the little kids that they really are. They're like demons are weak, man. When you really think about it. They're just weak. Ecclesiastes chapter 26, verse 24, a dishonest woman contemneth shame, but an honest woman will reverence her husband. And I was using that example of Sierra. She don't reverence her husband. Clearly, he don't want you doing twerking on TikTok for millions of views. Probably got other men that he don't want seeing you and you doing it just willy-nilly. He should be one of the top quarterbacks in the league because he married a bitch like you, but he's wicked anyways. He's wicked, man. He said that Joseph was the stepfather. That's why he's fucking wicked. So it's not dealing with him. That's why your house is like that, man. You probably be smacking him when he get home too. Why'd you throw that interception today? Told you to be focused. Told you to clean them dishes last night. Oh, I'm sorry, honey. Weak ass. That's weak. Tried to use Joseph was no stepfather, by the way. That was Yahweh Shai's real father. And that's a miracle in itself. Because it fulfills prophecy. You're nothing like Joseph, man. You're nothing like your forefather. Yeah, I do believe he's an Israelite. I don't know his lineage like that. But he looked like he's Israel. He can repent, though. But he's still weak. I got to call it out. Still weak. Lord he ain't hard on you, man. Money, fame, Scriptures talk about a gift destroying your heart. 1 Corinthians talk about not many wise, not many noble are called. Not many of these people who are in that high level society want to come down and serve the Lord. This seems like this is beneath them to come out here and serve the Lord. It's beneath them to go serve the Lord. They're too powerful, they're too mighty, they're too noble in their eyes. Ecclesiasticus chapter 26 and 25. A shameless woman shall be counted as a dog, but she that is shamefaced will fear the Lord. Yeah, a shameless woman shall be counted as a dog. You know a female dog is a bitch. Okay? I think in one of the translations it actually says bitch. Okay? That's what y'all are. Y'all are shameless women. That's why y'all can't even remember how many people you fucked, and you got the nerve to get married to somebody. You should tell somebody, listen, just give me the ring. Don't do it, because I'm a shameless woman. You can't take any accountability for your actions, and you put that same spirit on other men. That's why men are weak. That's why men don't drive. The woman drives the car. You push the carriage, and she walks and talks on the phone. This place is backwards, man. You walk behind your woman, and she walk in front of you. You see this shit all the time. That's weakness, man. That's influence. But you're wicked. That's what that means. That's what we're seeing. The Lord's not dealing with you. No way in hell after you get this truth, you're going to be acting like that. A frail, bitch-ass, soft-ass, weak-ass nigga. Excuse my language. Okay? No way in hell. This word should be preparing your mind to cut that bitch off when need be. If it has to be like that. If she ain't right with the Lord. But if she is right, like it says, she's going to be shamefaced. Okay? But she that is shamefaced will fear the Lord. A shamefaced woman, you'll know it. You'll know it, man. The way she looks with her eyes. You know, I see that with a lot of women, foreign nations who are still from the East. They're really shamefaced. They acknowledge that you're a man. They acknowledge that, and it's off the rip. It's already embedded in them that she's the weaker vessel. She acknowledges that off the rip. You know, because in these other countries, you're not exalted like you are here in Babylon. Over there, you'll get put to death, and it's just another day. Not saying that's right or wrong, but it shows you that when society gives you this false understanding of who you are, an inflated version of who you are, especially like the so-called black woman, she actually thinks she be fighting. I know women here in the Dorchester area that grew up beating niggas up, bare face, like really fighting and winning battles with their hands, man. Oh my God, man! I never seen that shit. I seen it with my own eyes, but they probably got something like that in everybody's hood, man. Just hardened, man. I never. It's just like this. That just blows my mind. Oh my God, man. I seen somebody really blood leaking out of his face, man. Just put the pounding to him. A woman like that, I'm beating the shit out of her, man. I don't give a fuck. Send me to jail. I'm gonna knock her ass out. She hit me like that. Some of these women hit like men. They act like men. So you gotta treat them like a man, or they'll kill your ass, man. That's how backwards the society is. That's not shamefaced. That's the opposite of being shamefaced. Shamefaced woman is more likely to be in the house, pleasing her husband, having a clean house. Imagine coming home to a clean house. You know? It smells good. Nothing but clean odors. She might even light a candle for you so you can relax. Demons, man. That's what she should be doing, man. Being a helpmeet. Not going to get some stupid ass occupation working for Esau and fucking them on the low. Because that's what Esau hires you women for. See if he got a chance of smashing you when you come into work. Because you spend 8 hours with him. You spend more time with him. You ain't supposed to be working for nobody else, man. You're supposed to be working for me. I'm your employer. I'm the one who gives you, delegates work to you. Not him. You want to be with him? Go fucking marry your boss. And come home with that I'm tired bullshit. Go back to work and go to bed then. You come here, I'm the priority. I'm the boss. Okay? That's how it's supposed to be. But Esau set up you can't even start a business. You can start a business, but it's just backwards here, man. It's probably not even worth it anyways. You know? I mean, if you got one, if you're making one, do what you gotta do, man. But eventually this place is gonna end. And it's gonna end, it looks like, sooner than later. This place is gonna end sooner than later. As a matter of fact, it's gonna end so fast, a lot of people ain't even gonna see it coming. You gotta actively watch and see this thing come. He's showing you in real time. I just did a video about all the different Gen Z protests that are going out throughout all the world, and it's all for the same reasons that y'all are crying and complaining about here in America. It just hasn't happened here yet. The same reasons. Gen Z's ready to go to war, man. They don't want to high ass. They got to pay tuition. They got to pay the most for tuition. This generation got to pay the most for tuition, and the job market's getting fucked up. But yet you still charging them all this money, and you starting wars with other countries. Why the fuck would they want to work and be active citizens in your society if you're doing everything for them not to be functioning citizens in this society? You're pretty much making them want to do drugs and get high, play video games all day, be degenerate, TikTok video influencers. That's what you're pushing them to do. And the smart ones are actually got the balls to actually say, go fuck yourself, which is really good. I talk a lot of shit about you Gen Zers, but some of y'all, man, are really smart. Really smart, man. And they can see the future, and that's the Lord pouring out his spirit upon all flesh. They see the end here. And they know who's doing it. They don't even know the scriptures. They just know it's this fucking devil. They don't understand it according to the scriptures, but they know it's the devil. They know it's Esau. They gotta wake up and watch an old, decrepit white man tell them what to do and what not to do. Fully, super disconnected from the needs of the new generation that's coming into this world. Their literacy is going, more people are more illiterate under this devil. The school system's more degenerate, and people are coming here from all over the world to learn something from Babylon, man. How dumb is this place, man? The whole world is being destroyed because of this place. But the Lord still got the knowledge enough for them to create thermonuclear missiles. As stupid and fucking dumb as they actually are, they can create destructive inventions. And that's how you know that's the spirit. That wickedness leads to death. As much folly as there is out there, they can still do the math to create something that can destroy it all. Anyways, I know what's going on. Ecclesiastes 26 and verse 26. A woman that honoreth her husband shall be judged wise of all. Yeah, you're going to be judged wise of all if you honoreth your husband. That's wisdom. Okay? But she that dishonoreth him in her pride shall be counted ungodly of all. So you dishonoreth your husband, you're ungodly of all. And a lot of you women do that, and it just you'll dishonor your husband to somebody that don't even know your husband just because. You don't even know this person. You throwing your husband under the bus. Oh, that motherfucker ain't shit. Like, damn, I ain't shit. You know? I shouldn't be shit to you. You shouldn't be telling me about your husband and how much he ain't shit. But then you go home and kiss him on his mouth, talking about you miss him. Get the fuck out of here. You bitches are wicked. The Lord sees that. That's the type of women these are, man. They wipe their mouth and say they done nothing wrong. They go suck up the damn milkman and your Amazon driver and don't cook dinner for you at night. Say she's too tired to cook you up. I'll go heat something up in the microwave for you, honey. You know? Give you that Salisbury steak you love so much. You old fat, nasty motherfucker. See, the spirit should be having you. You really don't even need a woman, honestly, man. You really don't even need one. That's what Yahweh Shai and Paul was showing us, man. You don't need these bitches for nothing. Cook for yourself. You know? You can do all that for yourself, man. You can clean your own house. You should want to do that. It's suffering. We were looking to suffer. That's what it's about, man. It's about suffering. Suffering and not giving up on the Lord. Enduring until the end. Just like Job. That's what this ministry is about. Prophesy, man. Whatever the Lord brings upon you as you're suffering, take it cheerfully, man. Thank the Lord for it. That he's chastising you like a son. You got a bill, your wheel got a sidewall damage. Get a new tire, man. This money, it's temporary, man. Everyone's gonna, in order to fix a tire in the future, you gotta take the MOTB. You ain't got the MOTB and you got the funds necessary to fix your tire. Go fix your tire, man. Go fix your car. I'm just giving some random examples, you know. That people, some shit like that. That's the end of it. Everything's so. Oh my God, you know, it's like so much, man. It's nothing. It's nothing, man. Thank the Lord for it. If you can't fix your tire, and you got to sit and wait, hey, talk to the Lord, man. Don't give up on the Lord. It's a test. He wants to see your heart, what you going to do. You going to put me in the equation, or are you just going to go off your own mind? You know? Ecclesiastes 26, verse 27. A loud crying woman in a scold shall be sought out to drive away the enemies. Yeah, that's right. They used to have a black woman before Pam Bondi. No, not Pam Bondi. Who's that? I think her name's Lavette, whatever. For the Biden administration. This black woman, she used to come out. She ain't really answer no questions. This is what you get. Get a loudmouth bitch. Let her fucking cause all type of confusion. So you don't even have to speak to the person that you came to come to. Just put a black woman as the secretary of your business. If they can get past the black woman, then I'll talk to them. If they can't get past her, it probably wasn't worth it. You know, Esau got you women out there like dogs. Just like a dog, man. Make you think twice about coming into this area. Nobody want to deal with a so-called black woman at the secretary at the front desk. Oh, shit. I'd rather deal with Elam at the front desk than a damn black woman. And she think the same thing, too. She be thinking the same thing. So I got to talk to some nigga, man, damn. Why can't you give me a damn fucking, a nice white guy that's going to talk to me nice? You can talk to her nice, but your spirit is like, want to choke her to death. You can tell when a woman's evil, man. It's all in her countenance. Ecclesiastes chapter 26, verse 28. There be two things that grieve my heart, and the third maketh me angry: a man of war that suffereth poverty, and men of understanding that are not set by, and one that returneth from righteousness to sin. The Lord prepareth such a one for the sword. That's right, man. I was going into that yesterday, man. You go from righteousness to sin. The Lord's preparing you for the sword, man. Grieves his heart. But that's what he's preparing for you. Don't think because you're in his truth you're safe. No, you got to endure to the end, and you can't be going back into the world. You're supposed to sin less. Not keep that constant way of sinning. I ain't going to go out every day. Only after the altar, I'm going to go out to the club. That's the only time. Idiot. You're a fool if you think like that. That's one foot in the world, one foot in the ministry. That's being lukewarm. You can go out a lot and be lukewarm too. Go out every day and be wicked every day. That's lukewarm, man. Fucking lukewarm. Get spewed out. Get prepared for the sword. Sirach 26 verse 29, a merchant shall hardly keep himself from doing wrong, and a huckster shall not be free from sin. I gotta look that word huckster. Yeah, merchant, you selling things, define huckster. Huckster, a person who sells small items, either door to door or from a stall or small store. Okay. Ecclesiastes 26. Ecclesiastes 26 verse 29 meaning. Sirach 26 and 29 states that a merchant can hardly avoid doing wrong, and a salesman is not free from sin. The verse highlights the difficulty of maintaining absolute honesty in business and suggests that commercial activities are often intertwined with sin or wrongdoing, making it almost impossible for those in these professions to escape completely unscathed. So that's what it means. Yeah, because that's how business is. To make $1 in here, you got to some way, somehow, in order to turn a profit on something, there's something in there where someone's being screwed. It might not even be in the actual transaction. Just how those things came, that whole transaction came to pass, best believe there's some sin involved, man. Like your Apple phone, you might have went to the Apple dealer and got the phone. He's just working there for an hourly wage or whatever. But when you look at the raw material it takes to get to the finished product, a lot of thieving, stealing, killing had to happen. A lot of dishonesty, a lot of wickedness. And you play a part in that by selling it. I mean, that's just one way of looking at it. I'm sure there's other ways too. They got to return a profit. Proverbs 21 verse 10, the soul of the wicked desireth evil. His neighbor findeth no favor in his eyes. The soul of the wicked desireth evil. You desire evil, man, that's wicked as hell. That's wicked as hell, man. The desire goes into a lust for something, man. You lust to do wickedness. That's how people are, though. His neighbor findeth no favor in his eyes. His neighbor findeth no favor in his eyes. Let me look that up. Proverbs 21 and 10. His neighbor findeth no favor in his eyes. Proverbs 21 verse 10. says the wicked crave evil, the neighbors get no mercy from them. Okay, exactly. Your neighbor's your brother, man. Okay. Neighbor findeth no mercy from them. That's in the NIV. And that's what Esau does, man. He desires to do evil. And you don't get no favors from it because he's doing it to you. He's doing all this evil to you. He devises wicked plans against the Israelites. That's Esau, man. But in the book of James, it tells you he shall have no mercy who showed no mercy. So, hey, you got to take it carefully. He going to have no mercy at all. According to Obadiah. So let him run it up. Let him run this tab up, man. All the wickedness you see every day, it's getting closer and closer to its end. When that said measure is fulfilled. And only the Lord knows when that is. Proverbs 21:11, when the scorner is punished, the simple is made wise, and when the wise is instructed, he receiveth knowledge. Okay? When the scorner is punished, the scorner is someone who mocks, he talks shit about the word. Let's look at this word scorner. Define scorner. An arrogant, proud, and contemptuous person who rejects wisdom, resets correction, and mocks religious teachings, God and his messengers. Yeah, you a scorner, man. All of the above. The scorner is punished. When the scorner is punished, the simple is made wise. He's being made as an example. When the scorner is punished. He didn't want to receive the knowledge. Okay? The simple is made wise. Okay? And if you're simple, you're pretty much foolish. You can learn from punishment. You can learn from that judgment. Scriptures say the Lord is known by the judgments that he executed. The wicked is snared in the works of his own hands. Higgaion Salah. What's that? Psalms 9 and 16. Yep. Psalms 9 and verse 16. The Lord is known by the judgment which he executed. The wicked is snared in the work of his own hands. Higgaion Salah. So you snared in the works of your own hands. So just like a scorner. You didn't want to receive the correction. And you get judged. People can learn from that. That's how the Lord is known. That's how the simple is made wise. There's a scripture that says, through the fear of the Lord we persuade men, something like that. Let me grab that. Through the fear of the Lord we persuade men. Knowing the fear of the Lord. 2 Corinthians 5 verse 11. Knowing therefore the terror of the Lord, we persuade men, but we are made manifest unto God, and I trust also are made manifest in your consciousness. Yes, so through the terror of the Lord, this is how we persuade men. Ultimately, we don't want these things to happen to us, so we make our calling and election short. Okay, because it might happen way worse than you thought it would be. The judgment's coming, it's here. He's already judging. Don't be fooled by these, like that refinery attack in LA. I didn't even get into the whole article about it, but I find that kind of weird, man. Refineries are being blown up in other countries. In LA, hey, that's closer to the east, man. That's far west, but it's closer to the east. That's an easier target for them. Okay? Proverbs 21:11, when the scorner is punished, the simple is made wise, and when the wise is instructed, he receiveth knowledge. Yeah, when the wise is instructed, he receiveth knowledge. The wise are the elect. You're going to receive the knowledge. Okay? Because this is who it's for. Proverbs 21:12. The righteous man wisely considereth the house of the wicked, but the heavenly Father overthroweth the wicked for their wickedness. Yes, so the wise, they considereth the house of the wicked. We're watching him. Just like he's watching us, we're watching him. He might watch us carnally, but spiritually we're watching him through the lens of prophecy. We're bringing it out when we see it in the line. And he watching us on YouTube, he's watching us GPS systems, spies, whatever the hell he's doing. Bugs he got in your car, trying to accuse you. Whatever he's doing, whatever this devil's doing. But it's all right and it's okay because we trust in the Lord. So let this devil do what he got to do. Because he can't do nothing unless the Heavenly Father gave him the power to do it. Proverbs 21:13, whoso stoppeth his ears at the cry of the poor, he also shall cry himself, but shall not be heard. That's right, you want to stop your ears from the cry of the poor? The poor, you Israelites. That's Esau too, man. Stop it. He don't give a fuck about your cries, man. But you gonna cry yourself. And it's the prophets. You don't want to, we piping under you, but you haven't lamented. Let me grab that. We have piped unto you. KJV. Matthew 11. Matthew 11, verse 17. And saying we have piped, actually, let me go up more. Matthew 11, verse 15. Matthew 11 and 15. He that have ears to hear, let him hear. But whereunto shall I liken this generation? It is like unto children sitting in the markets and calling unto their fellows, and saying, we have piped unto you, and ye have not danced. We have mourned unto you, and ye have not lamented. So we crying, we're mourning. You ain't dancing to this song though, but you will. You will when these things happen. All right. Proverbs 21 and verse 14, a gift in secret pacifieth anger, and a reward in the bosom, strong wrath. Yeah, gift in secret pacifieth anger. You know, surprise somebody with a gift when they least expect it. Hey, that's a move you can do, man. You know, you give somebody something, they receive it, man. You can rock somebody to sleep like that. Gifts. Somebody that's willing to give you gifts all the time, man. Not every gift is worth taking, man. Comes with a cost. It pacifies your heart, man. Comfort's a killer. You know, they got things called comfort eating. That just makes you fat. That shit kills you, man. Comfort kills, man. Someone always want to pay. I'll pay for it for you. Don't worry, I'll pay for it. I don't need nobody paying for nothing for me, man. If I can't afford it, I don't need to eat. I don't need to do none of that shit, man. I want somebody making it an easy job, man. I'm good. The Lord wanted me to purchase that. He would have made sure I had the funds to sustain myself. But someone that's always taking gifts, you gotta watch out for people like that, man. He always taking a handout. Nah, I'm good, man. I'm good. I'll suffer. I ain't gonna die. You know? You don't want to be Gotta watch out for that shit, man. All that comfort shit, man. You always gotta think about that, man. It makes you weak, man. I'm sorry, man. It does. It makes you weak. Comfort makes you weak, man. A gift of seeker pacifieth anger, and a reward in the bosom strong wrath. And there's other scriptures that talk about how a gift destroyeth the heart, how it perverts justice and judgment. You don't even operate correctly when someone gives you a gift. You won't see his wickedness. And everybody's wicked according to Ecclesiastes 7 and 20. You won't see it. So you're not a good judge. If you can't judge him properly, you probably ain't judging yourself properly either. You're not a good judge. Maybe you're just not a judge. Maybe the Lord ain't gonna require you to be in a judge's seat. He just wants you to do what you're doing and then get judged. Maybe you're gonna get judged. Who knows? I don't know. I'm not the Most High. I'm just saying that if you lack in discernment, that's not a good sign that the Lord's dealing with. And a gift is a way for you to put your guard down. Proverbs 21 verse 15, it is joy to the just to do judgment, but destruction shall be to the workers of iniquity. Yeah, it's a joy to the just to do judgment. That's the righteous, that's the elect. Okay? It's a joy to do judgment, man. Especially to your enemy, man. That's even better. Right? It says, but destruction shall be to the workers of iniquity. And the workers of iniquity, it applies to Esau and 2/3 and the heathen. Y'all work iniquity, which is sin. The man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead. Yeah, you don't want to hear the words of the Lord. You don't want to wake up to the truth, who the real power is and who you are, according to the Bible. You're going to remain in that state of being dead, spiritually dead. Lie in the street of a great city. Their dead body shall lie in the street of a great city. That's you. You don't know who you are. You're still calling yourself a so-called Negro, Latino, or Native American. The Lord ain't even never put the spirit on you to Google what do these things mean. Still to this day. You're okay with being that. You're okay being called something your oppressor called you. Esau called you. The devil called you. Proverbs 21 and verse 17. He that loveth pleasure shall be a poor man. He that loveth wine and oil shall not be rich. That's right, man. He that loveth pleasure, comforts, you're going to be poor and you're not going to be able to eat. You're not going to be able to be sustained in these last days, man. You're going to be poor. Wine and oil. Let's look into that. Proverbs 21 verse 17. Proverbs 21 verse 17 meaning. An excessive love for pleasure, luxury, and indulgence symbolized by wine and oil leads to poverty and financial ruin. That's right, man. Well, I take it a step further. It's spiritual ruin. It's spiritual ruin. Okay, because you ain't gonna, you're conformed to this world. You like the comforts of this world. Proverbs 21 verse 18, the wicked shall be a ransom for the righteous and a transgressor for the upright. Yeah, we're gonna rule over you. Okay? Let's look into that. Proverbs 21 verse 18. I'm curious to say what it sees. We're going to surpass the wicked. The wicked will ultimately suffer the consequences of their evil plans, which will turn against them and serve as a ransom for the righteous delivering the innocent from harm, and bringing destruction upon their persecutors. That's right. So we're going to rule over you. We're going to destroy you. Proverbs 21 and verse 19, it is better to dwell in the wilderness than with a contentious and an angry woman. That's right. Better to dwell in the wilderness. Okay? Than to be comfortable with this bitch of a wife you got. Contentious means to like, you like with content. Okay? You want to fight all the damn time. You don't know how to bridle your tongue. You don't know how to be shamefaced as a woman. Better for me to go out in the world and to dwell with you. That's what the Lord's saying. It's better to not even be with that type of woman, man. Ultimately, she's gonna make you weak. That's what she's doing, man. She's making you weak. She's a demon. That's a demon, man. Proverbs 21 verse 20, there is treasure to be desired and oil in the dwelling of the wise, but a foolish man spendeth it up. Yeah, you spendeth it up, man. It's like a foolish virgin. You ran out of oil. You're going to run out of oil. Because you can't sustain the oil that you have, man. The oil that you do have is going to be taken away from you and given to somebody else. That's better than you. Just like it happened to King Saul. That's what Samuel told them. The Lord's raising up someone that's better than you. Imagine the prophet telling you that. That's from the Lord. The Lord's telling you straight up, man. He ain't beating around the bush. That's how you know the prophet's position is very high, man. You can talk to a king like that. Oh, man, that is hilarious, man. Yeah, the kingdom is going to be taken from you, Saul. It's going to be given to someone that's better than you. This is somebody that was going to smack King David with a javelin and his own son. And Samuel was telling him that the kingdom's going to be transferred to someone better than you. And it's going to be transferred. Your spirit's going to be transferred to someone that's better than you. Okay? It's going to go from the house of Saul to the house of David. Whoever and whomever they are. Because that's where the spirit belongs. Another analogy of you losing your oil, someone having oil. Proverbs 21 and verse 21. He that followeth after righteousness and mercy findeth life, righteousness, and honor. So we following after righteousness by keeping the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of our ability, prophesying the downfall of Esau, Edom's kingdom, waking up the elect, feeding his sheep. Hey, that's the best we can do. Okay? And continue to endure. Proverbs 21 verse 22, a wise man scaleth the city of the mighty and casteth down the strength of the confidence thereof. Let me get that. Proverbs 21 and 22. What I'm getting is that, you know, you check it out, you check the city out before you destroy it. Let's see it. Proverbs 21 verse 22. A wise man scales the city of the mighty and brings down the stronghold in which they trust. Means that wisdom is superior to brute strength. As a single wise idea or person can overcome a powerful, fortified position that might be held by many physically strong individuals. It tells you in Ecclesiastes, the 9th chapter, that wisdom is better than weapons of war. Let me grab that. Wisdom is better than weapons of war. Ecclesiastes 9. I'll start at 14. There was a little city and few men within it. And there came a great king against it and besieged it and built great bulwarks against it. Now there was found in it a poor wise man, and he by his wisdom delivered the city. Yet no man remembered the same poor man. Then said I, wisdom is better than strength. Nevertheless, the poor man's wisdom is despised, and his words are not heard. The words of wise men are heard in quiet more than the cry of him that ruleth among fools. This is the point. Wisdom is better than weapons of war, but one sinner destroyeth much good. So wisdom is better than weapons of war. Scaling a city, your wisdom, who knows, man? The Lord might give you something to show you. You can destroy this place. Hey, turn that lever and let the floodgates flow, and it's overthrow. That's better. Instead of going in and trying to fight by yourself, your wisdom, man, can deliver you. It can save a city as well as destroy a city. So that's the duality of that scripture. Proverbs 21 and 23. Whoso keepeth his mouth and his tongue keepeth his soul from troubles. That's right. You got to learn how to watch your mouth, man. It's hard to bridle the tongue, you know. But we gotta try to strive to hold our tongue. And sometimes the slip of the tongue, it happens, but you don't want to keep slipping of the tongue. I was reading Ecclesiastes 23 verse 15. It talks about opprobrious words, which is shameful words, ultimately insulting words. But it's along the lines of swearing and speaking in a way where you're more prone to say something you don't mean. So we gotta fix that. You're more prone to insulting somebody even though you might not have meant to do it, but you gotta. That's why you gotta learn how to use the tongue. It's like a sword, man. It's like a sword. Proverbs 21 verse 24. Proud and haughty scorners is his name, who dealeth in proud wrath. Proud and haughty scorners is his name, who dealeth in proud wrath. I gotta look that up. Proud is his name. Proverbs 21 verse 24 describes the proud and haughty scorner, a person who is characterized by extreme pride, self-importance, and arrogance. This individual's identity is tied to their scornful behavior as they actively oppose wisdom and truth, ridicule others, and believe their own opinions are infallible. Their actions stem from a haughty heart and result in proud wrath, demonstrating a deep-seated arrogance and contempt for others. Yeah, your name goes, it's his name. It goes into your reputation, your rank. That's your name, man. Proud and scotty. Let me read that again. Proverbs 21 verse 24. Proud and haughty scorners is his name. So that's your reputation of being a proud and a proud mocker. Who dealeth in proud wrath. Dealeth in proud. It sounds weird when you say it, but I get what it's saying. Your actions stem from a haughty heart and result in proud wrath. Yeah, your actions. Your reputation is going to lead to your the wrath, man. Proverbs 21 verse 25. The desire of the slothful killeth him, for his hands refuse to labor. Yeah, the desire of the slothful killeth him, man. You're a slothful person. You don't really do that much work, especially when it comes to pertaining to things of the Lord. You're slothful in business. He told you he expects an increase on what he's delegated to you. And he told you that he's an austere man. I mean, you can stop whenever you feel like I'm gonna take a break. But nah, it don't work like that. It don't work like that, man. Laborers, when you compare laborers that, imagine somebody working on a farm and sowing seed. You think that's like easy? That's not easy, man. He might have to sow seed in the same area he already sowed seed days ago. He don't know what seed's gonna hatch, but he just continues to sow the seed, man. Not every seed is gonna flourish into a harvest. You know, but he does it anyway. Proverbs 21 verse 26, he coveteth greedily all the day long, but the righteous giveth and spareth not. That's right, you coveteth greedily all the day long. Coveting is to lust for something. So you coveting greedily all the day long. You coveting something all the day long. Whether it be dopamine hits off your cell phone, watching TikTok all day, or something. It's always something that's not pertaining to the Lord. And Esau got it like that, where you're just super hyper focused on stupid shit all damn day. He got the psychology of the mind. He understands how your mind works, and he tries to capitalize on your attention so you don't spend it on the Lord. Whether it be work, whether it be whatever it is, man. Esau is capitalizing off your attention span. He wants to shorten it, so you can't spend as much time as you would have to fight to spend the time necessary to actually be focused on the Lord. You got to fight for that time, man. You got to fight for it. It's not an easy. It's not just given to you. Okay, you got to covet. Let me grab that 1 Corinthians, the 14th chapter. I'm thinking of a precept, but I'm trying to. I might as well just grab it. 1 Corinthians 14:1. Follow after charity and desire spiritual gifts, but rather that you may prophesy. For he that speaketh in an unknown tongue speaketh not unto men, but unto God, for no man understandeth him, howbeit in the spirit he speaketh mysteries. For he that prophesieth speaketh unto men to edification and exhortation and comfort. He that speaketh in an unknown tongue edifieth himself, but he that prophesieth edifieth the church. Okay, so you want to desire spiritual gifts. If you want to covet anything, covet to prophesy. I'm trying to look for that precept. Covet to prophesy. First Corinthians 14, verse 39. It says, wherefore, brethren, covet to prophesy and forbid not to speak with tongues. So this is what you want to covet anything greedily all the day long. Covet to prophesy. You don't want you coveting that. You want you to covet stupid shit in this world. Proverbs 21, verse 26. He coveteth greedily all the day long, but the righteous giveth and spareth not. Yeah, we give and we sparing not, man. Okay? We're constantly working. We're constantly occupied in the Lord's business. We spareth all the day long. Let's look that up. Proverbs 21, verse 25. 26 meaning. Proverbs 21, verse 26 describes the stark contrast between a sluggard and a righteous person. The lazy person is characterized by unceasing, selfish greed and constant desire for things they won't work for. While the righteous person demonstrates generosity, working diligently to provide for themselves and others. This verse emphasizes that true righteousness involves both active labor and selfless giving rather than simply wishing or taking. Yeah, that's a contrast between a sluggard and a righteous person. It's generous, man. And that's, this, a lot of these scriptures are sevenfold, but it also comes to just laboring too. Sluggard thinks, oh, I wish I had the energy to do stuff, man. Sometimes you ain't gotta have the energy, you still gotta do it. That's part of being a man. Oh, I don't feel like doing it and still doing it. That's being a man. Okay? That's how you build endurance. When you do something when you don't want to do it. Proverbs chapter 21, verse 27, the sacrifice of the wicked is an abomination. How much more when he bringeth it with a wicked mind? Yeah, and we learned that with Cain. Sacrifice of the wicked, he didn't accept it. But it wasn't just the sacrifice, it was his mind, man. Cain's mindset that the Lord was rejected. Okay? The reason why he was doing what he was doing, the Lord took note of that. And he denied his sacrifice. This dude's about to die. Doing a U-turn, fucking dumbass. He's still inching in like a dummy. Let me get the hell out of here. Proverbs 21, verse 28, a false witness shall perish, but the man that heareth speaketh constantly. Get that, Proverbs 21, verse 28. Witness will perish, but a careful listener will speak successfully. This verse highlights that deceit and lies ultimately lead to destruction and exposure, while truth and careful discernment bring lasting integrity and influence. I don't know what version they're taking that out of. A false witness shall perish. So lying, deceitfulness, that's what a false witness is, man. He's trying to lie, he's trying to deceive. They're going to perish. But the man that heareth speaketh constantly. And you hear the words of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. You can receive it. He speaketh constantly. Beautiful. Proverbs 21, verse 29. A wicked man hardeneth his face, but as for the upright, he directeth his way. A wicked man hardeneth his face. Let me look that up. Proverbs 21, verse 29. The wicked person presents a bold, impudent, or hardened face, resisting correction, while the upright person carefully considers and directs their way according to God's will. That's right. If you harden in your face against this truth, man, that don't benefit you. If you can't be corrected by wisdom, then, you're only going to be corrected by judgment. The same shall learn after death by pain. That's what that's talking about. You couldn't learn, you couldn't accept the correction. 2nd Esdras 9. I said at 10, for such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me, and they that have loathed my law, while they had yet liberty, and when as yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it, The same must know it after death by pain. So harden your face against judgment, man. Good luck with that. Proverbs 21 and 30, there is no wisdom, nor understanding, nor counsel against the Lord. That's right, man. There is none. There is no wisdom against it, man. Scripture that tells you the wickedness is not wisdom, something like that. Let me grab that. Wickedness is not wisdom. Is that Wisdom of Solomon? Nope. Ecclesiasticus 19 verse 22. The knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom, neither at any time the counsel of sinners prudence. Because it's going to lead to death. Okay, so the only way that leads to life is following Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah. Okay. Proverbs 21 verse 31. The horse is prepared against the day of battle, but safety is of the Lord. That's right, man. The horse is prepared for the day of battle, but safety is of the Lord. No matter by your carnal, any carnal way of achieving some type of defense, okay, or battle formation, those horses, those chariots, that's not going to deliver you. It's the Lord. But I'm going to end it right here. Lord's will, this was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Bachak, Wadash, Shalom, Abba Babal, Kwam Yasharala. Shalom.